Hello, we're rolling into another episode of the DRH show. As always, in each episode, I'll be talking to interesting people within psychology, mental health, and well-being. Today, I'm joined by an artist and well-being activist all the way from Costa Rica. Riya Sokol, thanks for joining me.
Hi, I'm really happy to be speaking to you today.
Mhm. Okay, Ria, when I look at your website, it seems to me that you wear so many hats, but can you please just tell us who you are, what you do, and what are you doing in Costa Rica? Because I understand you come from Poland, so if you could just give us an abridged version of your life, so we could situate the trajectory of your career.
Mm. Yes, so just now I'm in Costa Rica. This is where I spend a few months a year, normally during European winter. And this is when I don't travel, I stay in one place and working mainly online. So I am doing just like now, like interviews and preparing many things. And I'm an artist, as you said, and this is the most general I can say about myself.
Mm.
And everything that I do is I would name that it's an art, and whether it's singing or speaking or whatever it's sharing,
Mhm.
my purpose is to give people better quality of life, to show
Mhm.
them how amazing they are, to show them that there is always something to be grateful for. And my main tool is my voice. So I'm singing, I'm a singer. I also speak. So I do lectures and I do workshops with my partner. We travel around the world and we do workshops. So then I'm also using voice for speaking as well as just being in silence. Because a big part of our work is teaching people how to meditate. So stay in silence, which is also the way to use our voice.
Brilliant. Thank you for giving us a snippet of what you do. And I like the message that you're conveying to us that art really has a crucial element that plays within our lives. I've published a number of articles on Psychreg that advocates for the beneficial effects of arts. Now, I understand. Now, aside from art, for those who've been following your work, they would probably be aware that you're also quite involved in Tantra. So, can you please talk to me
Yes.
what Tantra is and what is it for? And but basically, how can we harness the benefits of Tantra to optimize our mental health and well-being?
Mm. Well, nowadays I can see that Tantra is becoming more and more famous, I would say.
Mm.
So there are a lot of people who are offering Tantra, and I can see that there are so many tastes of Tantra.
Mhm.
So I would like to emphasize that I'm speaking for myself, for my experience of Tantra. And for me, it's a path of conscious living, and it's a path also of inclusion. So for me, it means that whatever I'm going through my life,
Mm.
whether it's positive or negative, pleasant or unpleasant, I am able to stay aware of what is happening um, in order to, yes, and to see it from the bigger picture, to see
Mm.
how it's just a part of the whole game that we
Mhm.
came here to play, or a movie. I sometimes call it as if it's a movie,
Mhm.
this life that we're living. And when I am able to feel all my emotions, so let's say I struggle with something, or I get hit um, by some kind of, like, my wound gets hit, and if I'm able to go through these emotions, but at the same time stay aware of what is happening,
Mhm.
that means I can stay present in everything that is happening, and this is Tantra for me. And in Tantra, the crucial thing that brings the most controversy is working with sexual energy. So Tantra includes this sexual energy, and this is why people have ideas that it's um, maybe sometimes I get questions,
Mhm.
are these orgies, or what does it mean, like how do you explore this sexual energy, you know? And sexual energy is a very wide subject. It's not only sex itself. Sex is on the very last place.
Mhm.
Sexual energy is our life force energy.
Mhm.
So once we are able to be connected to our life force energy, we
Mhm.
become more vibrant, we become more joyful, become more, become we have a different also feeling of self-worth,
Mhm.
because we're connected to this unique
Mhm.
quality inside of us that is bringing us to life and that is bringing us joy. So yeah, I could speak about tantra a lot, and there are so many tools. It's a whole range of colors in which
Mhm.
direction you want to go, but
Mhm.
it's based on meditation. It's an ancient Indian um, path, and it's based on meditation. So at the end of the day, we all want to, yeah, to have a fulfilled life,
Mhm.
and for sure tantra is something that helps you to to get it,
Mhm.
to experience it, and to live your life in the fullest way, in your full potential.
Mhm. I just want to touch upon you mentioned one peculiar aspect of tantra, and it's kind of intrigued me. You mentioned about sexual energy. So if it's not all about sex, so what exactly is it? Is it more about your mood? Is it more about your being vibrant? Is it more about your lifestyle? What exactly is sexual energy?
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so as I said, so energy is our life force energy. So it's something that we get in touch with. For example, when we dance, so this inside eagerness to
Mhm.
celebrate and to move and to sing
Mhm.
together, and um, this is life force energy. This is something that is natural in us. This eagerness to experience life at its fullest, in its fullest. And we use so many different techniques to get in touch with this energy.
Mhm.
So let's say some people would go to gym
Mhm.
because this is what brings for them this aliveness, you know. But during the festivals that my partner is organizing, we use so many different tools. It can be dancing, it can be breathing. Breathing is a
Mhm.
tremendous tool uh, to activate this energy, and also to release and unblock so many obstacles on
Mhm.
the way um, to this alignment.
Mhm.
We also do a lot of practice. So then it's obviously also about relating, but normally we would start from the most important relationship that we have, which is with ourselves. And this is where it all starts. So we work a lot on relating with oneself, with bringing self-love, self-acceptance, with seeing where I am able to accept myself,
Mhm.
and, and then to see the most interesting parts of me, and to be able to love myself even with these most horrible, unacceptable pieces of myself. So we work a lot on self-love as well. So then we're able to reach out and to create connection with the other,
Mhm.
because in tantra we say that the connection with the people are just the reflections of the relationship we have with ourselves.
Brilliant. And I just want to learn who actually goes to this Tantra festival, and is that in Costa Rica, or is it do you have it in any other countries?
So my partner is organizing Tantra festivals all over the world. He's the most famous Tantra festival organizer in the world, I think. He is doing it in Portugal, in Holland, in India, in California. So it's many places on the planet where we create these magical events. During these events, there are up to 200 people that are coming from all over the planet. So it's not only if we do it in India, people are flying from Australia, from China, from Europe, from US, so many places from all over the globe. And it's a 5 days event that is being repeated every year. And yeah, we basically celebrate life. For sure, there are also struggles because it's a process. It's looking into yourself. It's looking into what are the obstacles. In order to remove the obstacle inside of you, you need to confront yourself with it. You need to see it. So obviously there are processes, but at the end of the day, we're celebrating life because this is what Tantra is about for us. And another thing that we're doing is the movement that was founded by James Stevenson. It's Awaken Is Love, and it's an evolutionary training. So it includes Tantra, but not only. So it's a different kind of trainings that we also do all around the world.
Can you please expand on that Awaken as Love training? What exactly is it, and how do you offer this sort of training, or is that part of a package when you go to a Tantra training? What is Awaken as Love?
Okay. So Awaken is Love is a separate being. As I said, it's a movement, and we have facilitators doing these trainings, as I said, in many places in the world. It's a 1 week training that you sign up for, and we spend it in the group of 30, 40 people. And it's 7 days of the process. We are working from 7 in the morning till 9 in the evening, sometimes 10 in the evening, where we are diving deep into our subconscious, because this is actually the crucial part of exploring yourself. We are doing so many things from the habits or from our conditioning, and it's all sitting in our subconscious. So then you would be taking the tea at the beginning of our conversation, but somehow it's the reaction in your subconscious mind that is trying to tell you something. So what we're doing, we're offering different exercises to the group that they can dive into their subconscious. They can see their patterns. They can see why they keep choosing a certain partners in their lives, or why they keep being stuck in some kind of situations. It's all is being created by our subconscious, and these tools that we offer during Awaken is Love are helping us to open these doors and to look in this darkness to see what is exactly happening there. And so then we can shift it and we can have an impact on our lives. It's not happening because things are happening. It is happening because we are choosing consciously to do certain things. And it makes a huge difference. And for that, we're using tools from Tantra, from Biodanza, which is another way of working with the body also. We're using a lot of work with nature, which is a beautiful way of mirroring us, who we are and what we're doing, as well as we're using Ken Wilber's integral theory, because we want to include the mind. The mind is such a profound tool. In spirituality especially, the mind is very often pushed out. It's like, get rid of the mind, go to heart, and so forth. And I agree, mind can do a lot of mess. But in our trainings, we want to take this tremendous, beautiful tool that mind is, and to see how, when it's in the car, but it's sitting in the passenger's position, then it can be so useful and so beautiful. and helpful.
Fantastic. From what it sounds like, I think it. I just want to go back to what you would how you described it earlier. You said it's more of a celebration of life, but would you also characterize this sort of training as actually a form of therapy? And is this a form of therapy? But how would you describe it?
Mm. Yes, definitely. It's we start whether it's a training or a tantra festival. We started with intention. So
Mhm,
it's intention is something that we consciously want to invite or shift in our lives.
mhm,
So then normally, so let's say someone comes and they struggle with money, they don't have
mhm,
money and they want to start earning money. So their intention would be, I am earning a lot of money. And during the whole process they will meet what is standing on the way for them to earn money. And it's hard, it's
mhm,
not easy. So of course it is like a form of therapy,
mhm,
where they are realizing, they see suddenly, it's like as if someone took the filter from their eyes, and they start to see where are they creating this reality, where are they actually creating the lack of abundance. And once they are able to see it, then they are ready to make choices and catch themselves. Okay, this is the habit, this is the pattern I've been repeating. And then with all the tools, with all the exercises that we're doing, we are rewriting the story, rewriting the patterns. So it's like erasing what's been already written and then writing from the beginning something new that we want to
mhm,
invite. So definitely it's a process, it's a form of therapy. And what I find also interesting is that people manage to stop.
mhm,
And this is we are constantly running and and doing so many things. And once you come on this training, you need to stop. Actually, you need to stop, look around, and hear your breath.
mhm,
And this is where it all starts. You need to relax, and from that, things start to emerge.
mhm. Yeah, from the way it sounds like is that you're actually giving people an opportunity to process their thoughts and contemplate how they're actually leading their lifestyle. And I think yeah, it makes sense that you could actually realize that, like what's going on with your life and what are the areas of improvement. Now, I wanna leave the tantra training on that, and I wanna be more personal with what I want to find out about you. Obviously, you've been quite busy. You deliver a range of workshops and lectures, and you've been traveling, and then you also have a singing career. And from what I've gathered, that's of course on top of you being a parent. Now, how do you manage all of this?
Um, yes, it's a multitasking for
Mhm,
sure, and it demands a lot of that are the discipline and staying present with whatever is happening. Um, I definitely this is my priority. So I'm not this kind of mother that would be totally into 100% into being a mother. Like
mhm,
I wasn't able to do it, and obviously I felt very guilty about that for a long time. I was looking at other mothers, seeing how they are able to commit and to be fully for their children. I am not. I to fulfill my mission, and it is a sacrifice, and
mhm,
it is a huge cost. But I'm spending a lot of time with them. The longest we're not seeing each other is 3 weeks.
Mm.
It's like the maximum of not seeing them. And then I come again. Just now in Costa Rica, we're spending 3 months, so we're non-stop together. I am working online and preparing a new album. Like traveling and being with other people for 12 hours a day. I'm more in here and I organize my time by myself. But yeah, it demands a lot of discipline for sure.
Yeah, it demands a lot of discipline, and also I think what you're trying to do is, you're trying to make your children independent, so to speak. Now,
Oh, definitely.
yeah, I just you mentioned earlier that you have a singing career, so do you have an upcoming album?
Yes, the premiere is happening.
Mm,
Oh my God, it's tomorrow, 20th.
mhm,
Because I am very attached to numbers, so I really wanted it to be 20th, 2002. So that's the date. It's tomorrow. It's the album I've been working on for last year. It's the album. Sorry for the motorcycle. It's the album with mantras. So
mm,
mantras are um, repeated, repeatedly sang um, certain expressions that are very healing and very soothing. I've been looking for since I was a child for anxiety, sleeplessness, depression,
mm,
many things because my nervous system was in chronic disorder and it was in chronic tension. I had traumas and so forth. So
mm,
that conditioned me to be addicted to stress actually,
mm.
and it was causing so much pain that I actually devoted my life to find tools, and I found so many tools. Obviously meditation, obviously tantra, many practices, and one of them are mantras. I started listening to mantras of other people. I started playing them somewhere in the background, and as I was saying, it started working on my subconscious mind. So it was like the signals that were getting into my subconscious, and my nervous system was relaxing. And I could see that suddenly I can sleep better, that
Mhm.
I'm more calm, that I breathe differently, that my perception is not so dark as it was before. And then I was singing pop music beforehand. And then my partner came to me and was like, "When are you going to record all these mantras?" And I was like, "Really? You think so?" And it just became obvious. So I started recording mantras. It was a very long process to gather them and to record them because each of them is recorded. It's the longest one is 10 minutes. So you're recording in the same take. So it requires a lot of presence. But I must say that I feel it's the biggest gift I can share with the world. If they are going to heal people and their nervous systems the way it healed me,
Mm.
like I am so happy to share it and to give it to people and to help them in, especially nowadays when stress is like the biggest disaster and the biggest illness that we are handling in 21st
Absolutely.
century.
Mhm. Okay, so maybe by the time I upload this on YouTube, it would have already gone past the launch date of your album. But just for the record, yes, we're doing the recording. It's the 19th of February, so tomorrow, Riya Sokol's album will be available. So that's the 20th of February 2020. And as she said, it's a very poignant, reminder of, congruency with the dates and with the energy. Now, aside from your album, do you have any other plans?
Well, we are with my partner here just now, and with my daughters, and with their dad and his partner. So we are like patchwork family. We are in Costa Rica just now, and then we start the season. It starts on May. We start the whole tour around the planet with our workshops, with the
Mm.
concerts, with lectures. So we sorry, it disconnected for a moment. We have the whole calendar on the awakenaslove.com, as well as on my website or on my social media, Instagram, Facebook. We update. So wherever you want to experience us, or the music or the concert or the workshops or Tantra festival or maybe online sessions, which I'm also offering, then you can find me there.
Mm. I'll put in all of those links and the website that you mentioned. I'll put it under the description box. Now, this is my final question for you. As an artist, as a tantric practitioner, what's your top tip to promote mental health and well-being?
What's my
I'm sorry, what's your top tip to promote mental health and
top tip?
well-being? Give us tips.
Tips. For me, the most important thing, like the basics, is to start my life, is to start my day with relaxation. Because once I start my day from a place of feeling relaxed, from a place of feeling, then there's form of the day, like, whether it's personal storm or work, family storm, experience it from a completely different place. Because many people are imagining that, wow, my life is so amazing. That means I'm just all around the butterflies and the rainbows and everything is just magical in my life. Not true. This is not what is happening. And this is not even what I would like to experience. I love experiencing the whole range of tastes in life. But the thing is, how do I experience them? Do I collapse completely and somehow get lost in it? Or am I able to experience it in a conscious way, in a way that I can recognize my patterns? I can recognize where did I create this situation. I can take responsibility for whatever I created. And that makes a huge difference. And relaxing in the morning is like the main thing that I recommend to people. Is it like a 5-minute dance to your favorite song, the first thing you do in the morning? Or meditation, or for 5 minutes even, just sitting in silence. Or maybe it's gym, or maybe it's reading some affirmations. When we wake up, we are still in the alpha brainwave state, which means that our nervous system and our brain is more adaptable and more easy to absorb positive things and to navigate it through the whole day and to somehow set it for the whole day. So this is the moment not to take the Instagram account and check how many likes I have, or that I have to make a post or Insta stories, or and so forth and so forth, because this is what I used to do and it's very tempting to do it. But just before you do it, do the first hour without your phone, just for yourself, something the most pleasant, maybe even lovemaking, whatever it is, but just something super pleasant, because this will set your day for whatever happens during this day. You don't have influence on what's going to happen during this day, but you have influence how you're going to react to it. And this is my tip for everyone, to bring as much relaxation in your life as possible.
I love those tips. They sound very insightful. They sound very helpful. But yeah, well, Ria, it's been an insightful, interesting conversation with you. But unfortunately, our time is up. Thank you for sharing us your time. I know you're on holiday. You're on a working holiday. But it's lovely talking to you, and I look forward to hearing more about your work, about your career, about your music, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and all the best to you and to all the listeners.